Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. This is DRich, and today is July 1st, 2021. Happy new month, guys. I hope that this video finds you all in good health, good spirits, and good energy. We made it through another month. We're starting another month, so it's still hot, and we're going to get through it, folks. So again, I thank you all for hitting that subscribe button yesterday, tuning into yesterday's video. And again, I want to make sure that I get a video out early enough today for you folks so that you guys can process some of the information, leave the comments that you like to leave, and kind of go over some different information. So again, I thank you all for being a part of the channel. I appreciate it. I thank you for helping the channel grow, not only with the subscribership, but with knowledge, with information, and with the positive feedback you all provide. I appreciate you guys. You guys continue to inspire me and motivate me because you guys come back every single day listening to the videos. Sometimes the videos might not be totally complete, and that's my apologies, but you know what? I thank you all for your support. So thank you again. But without further ado, we're going to be talking about a little bit about some Ripple news, and then we're going to talk about some Peter Thiel news. Again, we're going to follow up on that because there was some stuff that I kind of missed and glossed over. I kind of knew it, but GoPassiar had mentioned something to me that I want to make sure you guys are aware of as well. And then, as you know, we talked about a person, an individual yesterday on the video that I cannot really stand. But sometimes, I guess, if you talk about something, things pop up. I don't know why that is. But then again, we're going to also talk about EOS, which I talked to you guys about yesterday, as Peter Thiel is invested in that cryptocurrency. So let's get right into it. But before I do so, if you guys are on Twitter today, I lost a bet many months ago, and the person that I made the bet with told me that I did not have to pay the bet, and that's cool. I appreciate that and everything, but I am a man of my word. So what I'm deciding to do, and we've already agreed to it, me and this gentleman, that I would donate the 500 XRP to the lady that Uphold, I guess, allowed someone to steal over 100 and something thousand XRP tokens. So I'm going to donate those 500 tokens to this person, as I lost that bet. And again, I like to be a man of my word. And if I lose, I lose, and I'm going to lose with my head held high. But at the end of the day, contributing to someone's loss, makes it better for me. It makes me feel much more confident and better when I'm donating to someone who had their stuff stolen, because I know what it feels like. I've had 2 accounts of my own compromised. Coinbase was one of those. I will never use that exchange again. And my BitTrue account was compromised, which I was able to recover and restore without any loss or damages there. So you know what? I got to do what I got to do, and you know what? I'm happy to donate that. And whoever mentioned the Zen Lounge to me, that is a hell of a good channel too, on Telegram. So whoever did that, you know what? I want to thank you, because you know what? You want to be around people who are giving, willing to give, and willing to help others out, without them even knowing. Okay, and I don't think this young lady knew that I was going to donate those 500 XRP, but I wanted to wait till the bet was complete, okay, whether it was a win or a loss. And either way, I wouldn't have asked that gentleman for his XRP either, as we made that gentleman's bet. Okay, I won't get into what the bet was all about, but you know what? It is what it is. So anyway, let's get right into the coin market cap, as Bitcoin's dominance is at 45.3%, Ethereum at 17.8%, and the total global market cap is at 1.3 trillion, almost 1.4. So in the last 24 hours, we're down almost 2%. Bitcoin trading at $33,347.07. And we will be talking about Bitcoin today, just briefly, because I'm going to express my feelings, and I'm not going to hold back this time. Ethereum is at 2101 32 cents attached. Okay, overall in the last 24 hours down. Then you got Binance Coin, $287.30, and that's sitting at number 4. Cardano at $1.33, up 0.6% in the last 24. And then you got Dogecoin at 24 cents, almost 25 cents there, also up 0.6% in the last 24 hours. And our beloved XRP sitting at number 7, 65 cents, down 1.7% in the last 24 hours. So again, folks, if you need to accumulate, here's a great opportunity for you to continue to accumulate that XRP while it's at these price ranges. Okay. And then rounding out the 8th spot, you got USDC, Polkadot at number 9 at $15.27, and Uniswap sitting at that 10th spot at $18 and 1 penny, up 1.3% over the last 24 hours. So overall, I mean, the market is what it's going to do, and we just got to be patient. Again, nothing ever moves up in a straight line, so we cannot, get into that habit of believing that. So at the end of the day, do your due diligence. Continue to try to accumulate what you can. We've gone over plenty assets over the last several weeks that I believe that are going to be sustainable, and make it through the regulations, clarity, and compliance. So we want to make sure that we are accumulating the right assets. Okay. So anyway, let's get right into this. SBI Holdings touts XRP ledger for NFT use in the tokenization of a variety of assets, and this is coming from fxstreet.com. We also want to give credit to the source. And the blockchain XRPL ledger has the ability to tokenize not only XRP, but also a variety of other assets, the company said in its report. Japan-based financial services company SBI Holdings thinks non-fungible tokens could be a good opportunity for the XRP ledger XRPL. And according to the report Tuesday titled Current Management Information Briefing, SBI outlined reasons why it believes XRP could be a sound choice for the utilization of NFTs. And under the section Building a more sustainable, scalable, and accessible future for NFTs with XRPjoe. In the report, the company said XRP had extremely low transaction fees. SBI also said that the crypto can be settled instantly with a low environmental impact because it did not rely on mining making it an attractive choice. NFTs are a digital assets that can be created as a unique contracts on the blockchain and generally represents a physical real world good. They contain distinguishing bits of information that make them both unique from any other NFT and easily verifiable. The blockchain XRPL ledger has the ability to tokenize not only XRP but also a variety of other assets, the company said in the report. SBI's belief in XRP as a token extends beyond the potential use of its NFTs. In May, SBI Ripple Asia, a joint venture between SBI Holdings and Ripple, introduced Cambodia's first international remittance service leveraging blockchain rails. Also in March, SBI told shareholders possessing 100 shares or more would be eligible to receive XRP worth 2,500 yen, which is $22.50, as a way of thanking them for their support. And in its report, the company also touched on NFTs as a use case in the art world, highlighting the successful execution of Beeple's $69 million record-breaking sale in March. A blockchain certificate will ensure the authenticity of artworks as more reliable through a tamper-resistant and highly transparent blockchain mechanism, the company said. Still, the focus, according to the company, remains on the tokenization aspect, and cited figures from the World Economic Forum predicting 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized by 2027. Achieving impact at scale across so many assets types will also require interaction of different blockchains and existing internet and financial infrastructures, SBI said. So again, folks, NFTs are going to be huge. Just like DeFi stepped on the scene out of nowhere, boom, it blew up. NFTs came along, boom, they're blowing up. Memes came along, they're blowing up. So again, we just got to look through the smoke and mirrors and decipher what information is available to us when we are investigating, when we're also looking at our research as far as a legitimate project. You know, we don't want the rug pulled underneath our feet, okay? So let's just kind of keep our eyes on that. I like the NBA Top Shops. I do like that. And I do like the one with the wax. I can't think of it at the top of my head. So anyway, guys, let's just, take a peek at this and hope for the best when it comes to the NFT use and tokenization of those assets, okay, when it comes to the XRPL. So again, just want to make sure that I throw this out there. If you guys haven't read this or heard about this, we just want to make sure we produce the information. So moving forward, also join. This is coming from BitTrue Official, at BitTrue Official on Twitter. Okay, and again, if you guys are on Twitter, I don't really use Twitter too much because it's kind of toxic. But you know, when I see information, I want to make sure that I want to give the source its due diligence. So also joining BitTrue today is a token between traditional and digital capital markets for all participants, which is Alliance Block, ALBT, which is the ticker. Deposits are now open in preparation for a USDT pair opening very soon. So you could go to this little link here, get more information. And again, folks, if you guys are not on that Alliance Block, I highly recommend that you guys add this to your portfolio. You will not be disappointed. I have not been disappointed in investing in this cryptocurrency here. I finally picked up me a bag of Lattice. I also picked up me some more EOS last night, as well as some more DAG. So I'm excited about those projects, and I hope that you are too. But I just wanted to make sure that we know that Alliance Block is coming to some of the major exchanges around the world for you to accumulate. So I'm a big fan of BitTrue. I love BitTrue. I've never had any problems with BitTrue, and most definitely when they saved my account, that showed me that it was an exchange that I can trust, I can rely on, making sure that they secure all of my all of my assets. So we'll leave that at that. So moving forward, folks, this is coming from CoinInsider.com. Peter Thiel, Coinbase invests $5 million USD in stablecoin project reserve rights. Okay, I know it doesn't say reserve rights, but that is what it is, RSR. And again, GoPalCR, you had reminded me of this yesterday in the comments, and I wanted to make sure that the community was aware of another investment that Peter Thiel had made. So PayPal founder Peter Thiel, Coinbase, distributor global, and 40 other investing entities have seen the investing a total of $5 million USD in development stage for Project Reserve seed round. Reserve is hoping to develop a stable value cryptocurrency. Devin Freeman, who has a background in technology and media, founded the project and has tagged Matt Elder into the team as chief engineer. The project's team currently is 21 persons strong, with engineers who have worked for Google and the algorithmic. I'm not going to even try it, okay? I'm not going to twist my tongue. Hedge fund founder OpenAI. Freeman has expressed that investors have wanted to invest with more weight than the size of the round at present, but intentionally has kept the round small, claiming it is first and foremost the partnership building move rather than looking into raise maximum capital. And the founder also said that they have stacked the deck with people who understand what we are doing and have something important to contribute as we get it off the ground. So folks, they wanted to go heavy-handed in this project, okay, but they had to chill on the fact that they wanted to do some other things, allow it to naturally grow organically. So this is a good project. I mean, I've invested in it a long time ago when I kind of first heard the news, and I just wanted to make sure that we put this back out there for you to kind of go over for your own consumption as well. So thank you, GoPussier, for bringing this back into the fold. And this is back in March 24, 2021. Okay. And then another thing that Peter Thiel is invested in, and I wanted to put this out there because I did see it go live last week on the market, and it did very, very well on its opening day. Thiel-backed psychedelic drug maker valued at $3.2 billion in the Nasdaq debut, and this was last week, June 18th of 2021. Shares of Berlin-based biotech firm backed by billionaire investor Peter Thiel surged 40% in the stock market debut. So I'm not sure why this is not, okay, there we go. I won't get too much into it because this thing is not loading. Okay, ATI was considering floating its shares in the United States in May, and Reddit reported in March, citing a source close to the matter. And in its debut at a time when the U.S. IPOs have already raised $171 billion in the first 6 months of the year, scorching past the 2020 record of $168 billion, according to the data from Dealogic. Engelmeyer has backed about 30 biotech companies, including immunotherapies firm Sensei Biotherapeutics, mental health company Compass Pathways, and artificial intelligence powered drug discovery platform AB Celera Biologics, all of which listed in the United States in recent months. So, if you guys are into like psychedelics and things like that, good therapies for what it says it treats depression, anxiety, and substance use disorders. And the German startup has backed several companies developing such therapy. So again, the IPO price was at $15. And let me just go ahead and check this out and see what the current price is. Because anything Peter Thiel's invested in, we want to make sure that we're taking a look at it. I know that this is kind of like off subject from cryptocurrency. But you know what, when we're looking at the money, we want to follow it. So right now, Atai Life Sciences is at $18.04. Look like it's taking a little breather today, down 46 cents today. But again, if you are a long-term investor of sorts, you want to make sure you dollar cost average. So anyway, let's move forward to this crook. George Soros investment fund is reportedly trading Bitcoin. In addition to trading crypto, Soros fund management is said to be in discussion to acquire blockchain-focused firms. Now, again, we talked about him investing in Palantir and how to get out of it because it was a mechanism that was to capture all of his information. Now, I'm not sure if you folks agree with me on this, but I hope that you do, because George Soros is he's scum of the earth. I don't care what anyone says. He is a horrible human being. And if, this person is investing in Bitcoin and people are excited about this, shame on them. Okay? Shame on them, because they need to do a little bit more research about him paying off politicians, doing all kind of nefarious type of activities around the world when it comes to all of this propaganda. So, I encourage you to do some research on this fool, because at the end of the day, when people are excited, oh, George Soros, he's investing in Bitcoin, I don't give a damn. Okay, this is what lets me know Bitcoin is a fraud. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you want to invest in Bitcoin because this guy is invested in it and you're excited about that, I don't want anything to do with it. Okay? It is one of the most corrupt cryptocurrencies that the world has ever seen. And you know what? I will say this like this today. I hope Bitcoin goes absolutely to fucking zero. Excuse my language. Zero. Okay? All right? So now, if you are upset at that, okay, have at it. You can have it. Just when I told you I don't want XRP to be corrupted, and if XRP is corrupted, I do not want anything to do with it. I don't think that is the case. However, I'm firm in the way that I feel and believe about these corrupt individuals who've done a lot of things to destabilize countries, to destabilize humanity, and suppress them, and have them face different type of situations in societies. So you know what? Do your own due diligence. Come to your own conclusions. I've already come to mine, and there's nothing that you can do to change it, because this corrupt individual needs to go to the place he deserves, which is hell. So anyway, sorry for that quick rant. I won't rant any further. Anyway, we're going to be talking about EOS. EOS is number 27th on the coin market cap right now, is at $3.88. Okay, so we're in, this thing is in the accumulation phase. This thing has always been kind of stable, and we'll get into something that happened with them some time ago real quickly. But let's go ahead and look at that chart. You got a high right here of $21.54. That was back in April. Let me see here. April 28th, 2018. So a little bit over 3 years ago, it was at its peak. So again, right now, this chart over here kind of reminds me of what this chart looks like over here. All right. So again, if you guys are interested in this, I'll leave all of this information in the descriptions for you guys to consume. I don't have too much of EOS, but again, last night I did take another position in EOS after doing the video. So again, what is EOS? Let's go ahead and check it out right here. EOS is a platform that is designed to allow developers to build decentralized apps, otherwise known as DApps for short. The project's goal is relatively simple, and to make it as straightforward as possible for programmers to embrace blockchain technology, as well as ensure that the network is easier to use than rivals. And as a result, tools and a range of educational resources are provided to support developers who want to build functional apps quickly. Other priorities include delivering greater levels of scalability than other blockchains, some of which can only handle less than a dozen transactions per second. EOS also aims to improve the experience for users as well as businesses, while the project tries to deliver greater security and less friction for consumers. It also vows to launch flexibility and compliance for enterprises. And the blockchain launched back in June of 2018. Interesting. How is that possible? Okay, so that chart goes way before 2018, but maybe that's because there was something else. It would call it something else before then. What are the founders of EOS? EOS platform was developed by the company Block One, and its white paper was authored by Daniel Larimer and Brendan Bloomer. Both men continue to be the members of Block One's executive team, with Bloomer serving as the CEO and Daniel Larimer as the CTO. Okay, so let's go ahead and down here. What makes EOS unique? To an extent, you can argue that EOS aims to create familiarity for its users, whereas EOS.io is probably best compared to an operating system like Windows or iOS. EOS is the cryptocurrency that drives the network, and according to the company, it has the capacity to accommodate demands of hundreds, if not thousands, of DApps, even if they were being used by substantial numbers of people. Parallel execution, as well as a modular approach, are said to drive this efficiency. And in a unique twist, token holders have the ability to vote for block producers, as well as other matters such as protocol upgrades. Unfortunately, Some of the most distinguishing features of EOS are those that certain critics dislike the least. There are those that argue that extensive Block 1's involvement with the project means it is rather centralized, and some argue that it is the opposite of what blockchains and cryptocurrencies were meant to achieve. Now, I don't know about all of that, but you know what? We'll get into that because they did get fined by the SEC. How many EOS coins are there in circulation? There are 936 million EOS coins in circulation at the time of this writing, and a total supply of 1.02 billion tokens. Block 1 held an initial coin offering in EOS back in 2017, and it lasted for a year. That's substantially longer than many of the ICOs seen at the time, and a total of 4.02 billion was raised in the process, and investors from the US were unable to take part. Looking at the breakdown of how tokens were distributed, 10% were allocated to the funders, while 90% were distributed among investors. It is worth noting that Block 1 won't receive the allocation straight away. Instead, it'll happen over a 10-year period. So again, that is a big chunk that invested into that have been distributed to the investors. So that's kind of like whoever was there had a lot of, they got a lot of it. Okay, how is that? So it could be centralized, but we're going to kind of pay attention to it. That's how I'm gonna look at it. And again, if you guys are into like staking rewards and things like that, there's the Celsius app that I've sent my EOS to, where I can get those rewards on every Monday. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to their homepage and see what they're talking about over here. And again, folks, this is never financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just want to kind of go over some of the connections that we see with investors like Thiel and things like that. So let's go ahead and check it out. EOSio, fast, flexible, and forward driven. EOSO 2.1, which is a stable release. EOSO, the state of blockchain privacy, which is peer reviewed, that report on data privacy. You can learn more there. And these are little articles that you can check out. EOS stake-based voting and rewards proposal. You can check that out as well. Okay. And why EOSio is EOSio is a highly performant open source blockchain platform built to support and operate safe, compliant, and predictable digital infrastructure. So you got fast and efficient, okay, highly configurable, security plus the compliance, and then you also have things that are developer focused, okay. Fast and efficient. The platform provides industry leading transaction speeds and a sub-second block time latency rate, providing the ability to support mission critical applications, perform transactions at a lower cost through efficient resources management to yield greater benefits from the digital integration. And there's more. You got highly configurable. Let's go ahead and read that. EOSO is designed to allow for a higher degree of configurability, particularly valuable for the creation and management of programmable architectures. Deploy public, private, permissioned, or permissionless blockchain infrastructure, and also implement custom governance and business logic through executable smart contracts. And security and compliance. The benefits that benefits from the latest in blockchain and web security verification standards with end-to-end authentication that enables superior data integrity and also builds to accommodate varying compliance and regulatory frameworks within a wide range of permissions. And then developer focus. Let's check that out. Whether you are a blockchain novice or expert, you can quickly onboard and scale project on EOSio. With help from our experts, and get access to our ever expanding set of products, features, and tools, as well as extensive training courses to take your skills to the next level. So again, I'm not an expert, but I want to learn more about it. So I'm going to find out more as I continue to go down this rabbit hole looking at this project. And then for developers, our technology offers you the flexibility, security, reliability, and community you need to build your ideas on the blockchain. Then you got a developer portal, head of the EOS development portal for in-depth tutorials and to access the getting starting guide. So you click that there. And then you got elemental battles. Build your first blockchain-based game on elemental battles and interactive fantasy world platform to help you learn the basics of EOS. So you can build your first blockchain-based game on elemental battles. We'll check that out. We'll read into that at some point. And then training and certification. You can assess training and soon to be released certification programs, which are designed to give you the tools you need to deploy and scale your blockchain implementation, as well as grow your skills, validate your knowledge, and help you advance your career. You can learn more there. So folks, again, blockchain is going to be one of those things that is going to provide job opportunities, help you grow your skills, okay, and validate your knowledge. I like to see what I can learn when it comes to blockchain. I don't know a whole lot, but I do know that I'm willing to learn and try to check some of this stuff out, because the way things are changing, we have to unlearn some of the things that we've learned for a very long time. And sometimes those things are a little bit difficult. When I first got into cryptocurrency, I didn't really understand it at first, but I had the desire to continue to learn, and I was urged to continue to put in the effort, to put in the work, and I think I know some stuff a little bit better than I did 4 years ago. Okay, so case studies, you got Ultra and EOS blockchain powered game distribution platform. So Ultra is EOS, if you are looking at that cryptocurrency. I believe that is that. Okay, you can view that case study there just to make sure that I am correct. All right, so you can sign up for EOS updates for developers. You got the resource library, EOS public blockchain. You got some news, events, and about EOS, Block One, developer portal, GitHub, Stack Exchange. You're going to contact them frequently, ask questions there. So if you got questions that I wasn't able to go over today in the video, you can go ask those questions or look at the questions that they pose. Then you got the privacy policy, terms of use, important notice, feedback, as well as security. Okay, so folks, I'll leave all of that in the video. You got all of these drop boxes up there. Okay, so next, I told you guys that we these folks had to deal with the SEC. SEC imposes multi-million-dollar fine for unregistered EOS token sale. Okay, the United States Securities Regulator has announced hefty fines for 2 crypto companies. The penalties have been imposed for EOS, which is unregistered token sale, and a fraudulent public offering. The Securities and Exchange Commission intends to use some of the collected money to indemnify investors who suffered damages. Who knows what the SEC does? They just like to get at people for no reason, try to throw their weight around, find people. Sometimes it might just be something that they need to pay to play. Okay, and we all know that the SEC is corrupt, and we also know that they're coming after XRP, which they'll have no such luck. Block One, which was fined $24 million for unregistered ICO. On Monday, the SEC published an announcement revealing that Block One, which is a blockchain technology company, had agreed to pay $24 million fine to settle charges against it. Block One was accused of conducting unregistered initial coin offering that raised several $1 billion worth of digital assets over a 1-year period. So again, we understand that it was a little bit lengthy for an ICO for fundraising, which you probably can get in trouble for. But you know what? Hey, they settled it. Let's see what happens. The company, which maintains operations in the U.S., state of Virginia, and Hong Kong, sold 900 million digital tokens between June 2017 and June 2018 during the ICO boom. And according to the SEC, it intended to use the raised capital to cover general expenses and to finance development and promotion of new software and blockchain solutions. As newsbitcoin.com noted on Saturday, the SEC's fiscal year draws to an end on September 30th, and some analysts believe that the agency may finish with a flourish by taking actions against fraudulent crypto projects. This prediction shall now come to pass. So I don't understand how these folks are cryptocurrencies as an ICO, they get in trouble. But when you have an IPO and you're doing all of this crowdfunding and all this other stuff, and you got institutional investors and all this other stuff, and then now all of a sudden they come out with, for instance, Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase. I'll give you an example with them. They come out, they start out at, I don't know, $400 or something like that, and what happens is they shoot the price up, and immediately as the price goes up, the people sold it off. The people in the company, they had shares and they were able to sell. How is that not a problem? Okay, how are they not getting fined? Okay, because those folks, they just shit on the market. You know what I mean? And that's why Coinbase took a deep dive, when they first originally came out. Now, long term, yeah, eventually they might do what it's supposed to do, but, I just think the SEC is a scam. Okay, especially if we're not able to even get our hands on any of the IPO. All right, it's only for, institutional people or, people with big money that will be able to go in there. So at the end of the day, SEC is a scam. Anyway, let's just move forward. We don't want to complain too much, and we don't want to even worry about that, because we're looking for good information to either protect ourselves or learn from some of the mistakes that these folks are making, so we don't make them ourselves. Google Cloud partners with EOS, Google Cloud Platform, which is a suite of cloud computing services that runs on the same infrastructure that Google uses internally, and collaborating with EOS Network. And this is back in October 9th, 2020. On the 6th of October, Block 1 announced the partnership between Google Cloud and EOS Network. And as a hyperscale cloud and infrastructure provider, Google Cloud seeks to join the EOS Network as a block producer. It also pertinent to note that EOS Network is built on the also blockchain protocol, which was created by Block 1. About block producers, the EOS blockchain makes use of peculiar semi-decentralization mechanism, and this mechanism is also a network that consists of 21 block producers, and each one of these 21 block producers are nodes on EOS that must be selected by current EOS holders through voting. This is unlike something other networks, Bitcoin for example, that allow an unlimited amount of nodes to verify transactions. In the EOS blockchain, backup block producers are also available. These backups can serve as substitutes if any of the first 21 block producers fail to perform effectively. Notably, various crypto exchanges run the current largest block producers, and such exchange as Huobi, Binance, and OKEx. Other block producers include data centers that the EOS community has created. And Google will become a block producer, and as the first ever giant Silicon Valley that has shown interest in becoming EOS block producer, Google Cloud will work closely with Block 1 to provide solutions. Such solutions will include new means through the Google's open source community of developers will build and develop applications on the EOS blockchain. And according to Google's official statement, Google's cloud highly provisioned, low latency, global fiber optic network provides stability, as well as reliability, security, and extensive global infrastructure coverage for Block 1's public blockchain efforts, as well as development. All right, so I'll leave the rest of that this in the article the article in the description for you to go over. Okay, and then finally we're going to wrap it up with this. This is coming from cryptobriefing.com, and this other one was coming from altcoinbuzz.io, and the SEC was coming from newsbitcoin.com. Okay, so anyway, this is coming from Crypto Briefing. OneChain will integrate with EOS in Q2. Okay, and this was in 2019, March 15th, 2019. Cross-chain collaboration platform OneChain will integrate with the EOS platform later this year, the team has announced. In Q1 community conference call, Oliver Birch, OneChain's Vice President of Communications and Growth, said that the project will bridge with EOS sometime in the next quarter. He highlighted that the large and active EOS community, as well as its past performance, made it clear candidate for integration with OneChain. And after the call, CEO Jack Liu explained to Crypto Briefing that OneChain had been in discussions with other networks, some with bigger market caps, but what eventually drew them to EOS was the already large and established DApp ecosystem. We can integrate the native EOS token as well as a DApp tokens into a bigger economy, he said. And Dan Reeser, OneChain's global marketing director, said EOS has one of the biggest developer communities, and OneChain can also help connect it to other large dynamic communities such as Ethereum. By becoming part of the same ecosystem, platforms will be able to create cross-chain dApps. OneChain provides cross-chain compatibility by creating wrapped tokens that can be traded on other blockchains. The project bridged the Bitcoin and Ethereum platforms in September of 2018, as Crypto Briefing reporting at the time. After 14 months of operations, according to research, the project now has 70 members of staff, 40 of them being developers. And along with a new collaboration with EOS, OneChain also said that they will support more ERC20 tokens, 2 stablecoins, which is True USD and USDC, boom, will be added, as well as Basic Attention Token. And One raised $36 million in an ICO in late 2017. Oh gosh, these guys might get a little fine from the SEC. No, I'm just playing. Liu admitted during the conference call that they had been affected by the bear market, but still had enough funds to continue funding development for another 5 years. And we will be here long term, he said. OneChain expects to integrate with other networks excuse me, in the near future. We are looking at pretty much every public chain, Liu said to Crypto Briefing. And this article has been updated to include exclusive quotes from Jack Liu, founder and CEO of OneChain. Okay, so again, folks, if you don't know, OneChain has integrated with XRP on the XRPL with Ripple. So there's another connection there. So we'll look at that and take it for what it's worth. And I think that is worth something to look at. Okay. So anyway, folks, we'll leave it at that. Again, you could come to your own conclusions, use your own discernment. Again, I'm not heavily invested in EOS. I do hold it just in case, because I've always looked at it as and questioned it as why has it been so stable? Okay, and I come to the conclusion it's stable for some particular reason, just like you have XRP, very stable. You have other tokens that are very stable, and it seems like they're a little bit suppressed. And I believe anytime the blockchain, if it has something to offer, we want to make sure that we're looking at it too. So anyway, have a great rest of your day, folks. I mean, we're close to the weekend. It's been a lot things going on for me here at work, at the estate, and things like that. So it's kind of hot out. Kind of make sure you're hydrated, drinking a lot of water, and things like that. Make sure you're staying healthy, staying positive and upbeat, even though the market is not doing what we want it to do. Okay. But again, we're going to put out more information every single day. So tomorrow I'm excited to come back for another video. We will be probably looking into OneChain a little bit, okay, to wrap up the week, because that's how we're looking into it. You know, as the information flows, this is kind of like, it just leads to one next step, one big step forward. So again, more than likely, we're going to be investigating OneChain. I'm not invested in OneChain. At one point in time I did, but you know what, we want to go back and look at it and, you know, see if it's something that we want to consider, especially being connected with XRP as well. Okay, so anyway, folks, I hate to run, but I don't want to over talk either. So have a great rest of your day, folks. You know, always continue to try to do something fun, new, and exciting. And I look forward to speaking with you all tomorrow. God bless, take care, and as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.